morning.
Good morning.
So let's sit on the edge of the chair and see if you can feel the sitting bones. Sitting bones, like two little nails on each side of the hip. And shift your weight a little bit, kind of rock and rock and rock. And now, most of us do this. We rock and rock like we're singing around the fireplace. So let's see if we can rock without moving the shoulders. So it's gonna go a little bit up and up and up and up. Very good, excellent, yeah. When we do that, we're actually working on smaller muscles in between the vertebrae, and we start moving the pelvic bones in a way that we haven't moved it in many years for some of us. And now let's shift again from side to side, like you are about to fall, but you're catching yourself. You're about to fall. And when you go to your right, stay there. Let's stay there. How far can you go without feeling the, oh my God, the nervous system goes, oh, something is off. All right, now we're gonna bring only the head back. Only the head. And back to the side. And only the head. And back to the side. Nice and easy. Only the head. Back to the side. And let's bring the whole thing to the center. And let's move again all the way to your right. And the head will go to the vertical and leaning and vertical and leaning. Now start noticing what do the eyes do when you go vertical, and suddenly you can see everything normal. And what do the eyes do when you tilt your head? And straight and tilt. And do you start feeling it on the side that's lifted? And let's come back to center. And now let's go from rocking without tilting, only going up and down and up and down. Like a little boat that's rocking on small waves. See if you can lift your hip bones. Hip bone, there you go. And hopefully you do not lift your heel. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, those heels. And rest. Now we're gonna tilt again to your right. And your head is tilting. And now take that opposite hip, your left hip, and lift it higher and lower it down. And lift it higher and lower it down. Your body is still tilted, your head is tilted. And the hip goes up and it goes down. Don't move your body. And only the hip. So it's between the hip and the ribs. And like an accordion, it shrinks here and it opens up. Don't move your body. It's between the hip, stay tilted, and now lower the hip. There, and lift, and there, down. Don't bring the body. Stay tilted, you're falling to the side, and hip, and down, and hip, and down, and bring the whole thing. And take a deep breath. Pucker your lips in. So now we all have very different breath rates. You're gonna inhale slow, and you're gonna exhale even slower, as slow as you can manage. So your own timing. Inhale. When we exhale slow, we relax the body. We're going to do it one more time. Inhale deep. Wonderful. Now we're going to do the whole 5 minutes that we did to your right. We're going to do it to the left. So, let's tilt as if you're about to fall, and now only the head vertical, and tilt, and vertical, and tilt, and vertical. The body stays tilted. It's only the head goes, the world is straight, the world is upside down. The world is straight. The world is, and what do you do with the eyes? And now bring the whole thing to the center and rock from side to side, up and down, and up and down, and up and down. That may seem to you like tiny little bit movement. It's super, super, super duper important. When we do this movement, we are moving the joint right here in the back between the flat bone in between the two sides of the hip and the hip. And that joint becomes very stuck. I call it rusty. I like the word rusty. So as we do that, we're lubricating and we create movement that allows the pelvis to move. And when we do it on the chair, we have a feedback of the hardness of the chair on the sitting bones. But then when you walk outside or even down to the dining room, you probably will start moving the pelvis this way. Good, and let's rest. And then we'll tilt the body again to the left. And we're going to straighten the head, only the head. And the head goes tilt. And straighten the head. And tilt the head. And straighten only the head, and tilt the head. And straighten the head. And tilt. And straighten the head. And tilt. And come back to center. And rock, rock, rock on your hip bones like a little boat on a wave. I have a grandson, and like when he goes into the bathtub, he likes to play. And we always, there's like you're moving things in the water and you're filling them with water. And so it's like I see like a little boat here that's rocking in the bathtub or in the sink. Okay, so now we're gonna go back. You're gonna tilt towards your left. The head is tilted. And now the pelvis will go up on that side and down on that side without bringing the body. And you may feel that this side, the joint in the back, wants to move more than the other side, or maybe less. It's different. How is that different? This left side of your hip from the right side of your hip. Try to keep your body tilted. So you're forcing the pelvis to go down, and you're forcing the pelvis to go up. And forcing gently, not force like an exercise, but by having the body tilted, the only thing that can move is the pelvis. All the way up to the ribs, and all the way down to the ribs. And all the way up to the ribs, and all the way down to the ribs, and come back, and rock, 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 rock. Is it moving a little bit better?
Yes.
Yeah? A little freedom? Space to put a belt, maybe? Remember those days we put belts? Doesn't happen anymore, does it? I still have a few belts hanging. Okay, good. Let's tilt to your right. Take your eyes down to the floor. Take your eyes up to the ceiling. Take your eyes down to the floor. Take your eyes up to the ceiling. Take your eyes down to the floor and up to the ceiling, just the eyes. And eyes down to the floor and eyes up to the ceiling, eyes straight, and bring yourself back to center. And let's go to the left side, your left. Look down to the floor and up to the ceiling. And compare this side to the other side. Just the eyes moving from one corner to the next. Up and down and center and come back to the center. And rock, 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 rock. Is it a little bit easier? Is it lighter? Is it not work anymore? And let's go back to the right. Put your arms to the side. So now your upper shoulder, your left shoulder, will come up and down. And bring it up and bring it down. And bring it down, up. And your body goes down towards the floor and bring it up, and your body goes back to tilting. You stay tilted. And up, allow your body to droop down, but try not to go forward. Try to stay sideways, like you're in between two windows. So up with the shoulder, bring your shoulder to your ear, and down with the shoulder. No, stay there. Shoulder up. Try to bring the shoulder up to your ear and down. Good. And up. Not just the elbow, also the shoulder. And down and come back. That puts a lot of stretch on the side. Rock. 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 And rock. And now we're going to tilt to the left. So your body is tilting, your head is tilting, and now your right shoulder, put it to the side, and lift it up, and lower it down. And lift it up, and lower it down. So the elbow goes too, but try not to do it with the elbow. Try to do it with the shoulder, so it actually lift your ribs and make space between the hip and the ribs, and down. And lift the shoulder, not so much the elbow. Don't bend the elbow. Take it down. Straighten your arm. Let the arm go. Let the arm go. And down. And now, there you go. And try it there. Beautiful. And down. And up. And down. And a couple of more times. Up. And shoulder down. Last time, shoulder up. Shoulder down and come to the center. Oof. Yes, me too. And rock, and rock, and rock. So we created a more space between the ribs and the pelvic bones. Those bones called ilium bones. And the lower ribs that are floating ribs. Good, nice. Take a deep breath. And blow. deep. And really be intentional on slowing the blowing. Slow the blowing. I just had my 70th birthday. Think about 70 candles that you have to blow. Ready? Inhale. Fantastic. We're not done with the tilting. Let's tilt to the right. Put your right arm on the right thigh. Make sure that it's nice and stable. See if by tilting down, you can let the left foot come up and down. Find what it is that you need to do to be stable on the right side so that the left leg can go up and down, and up and down, and up and down. So some of us struggle. Try to move the elbow a little bit more forward. Still on the mid of the thigh, but a little bit forward towards the knee. And tilt, so your weight is there, and the leg can just go up and down. Tilt. And up and down. There you go. Tilt even more. Up, you're not gonna fall. If this leg is strong on the floor and this is stable, up and down. And up and down, and tilt, and down, and tilt, and down. Tilt and stay, stay, stay with the leg up, and down. Why am I doing this? Why am I torturing you?
Yeah.
Because falling is one of the worst things that can happen to us. And for us to understand, for the nervous system to know where is the edge and to play with it is, I think, very important. So that's what we're doing. Let's do it to your left. Make sure the leg is nice and stable. Put your arm on the thigh. Find stability. Lean. So your strength is not in your head and your eyes and not in your neck, but it's in your lower body, on the leg that's touching the floor and on the arm. So your left side is very, very stable. So now you can lean and let the right leg go up. You have to lean, you have to trust. Lean, trust. Okay, you're doing this. You need to go into it. You have to anchor to the floor. Up. So, may I touch you? Sure. Okay. So press the leg and the thigh, and bring your head to the side, and now sit there, right there. That's where you're playing. Good. So we're on that side, and we're leaning. And when can we let the leg float up? So it's not so much lifting the leg; it's tilting so the leg, you know those big chairs that you can buy that you press a button and they tilt you? Yeah? So now we're just tilting to the side. Bzzz, bzzz, bzzz. There you go. Bzzz. You just needed the bzzz. Okay, now let's come to the center. So we got the idea. So now we're not going to do it with the arm and the leg. We're going to do it with the sitting bones. We're going to tilt until we get to the place where the nervous system says, red light, be careful. Take it a little bit further until the leg can float up. And then come back. Quiet your nervous system and say, I'm safe. Inhale. Exhale. Tilt until the nervous system says, uh-oh, uh-oh, almost falling. Stay there until the leg can float. And then come back and quiet the nervous system down. When it feels safe and quiet, find the other side. And first quiet yourself, find, and then see if the leg can just float. So right now you're on one sitting bone and one leg, and the body is completely off center. And what does it take to come back? And breathe in and breathe out. We don't need to rush because we are just practicing, teaching the system, right? So when you're ready, you tilt until it feels like, I don't want to go anymore, doesn't feel safe. Feel the leg that you're on that side, feel it, feel the floor, and then see if you can let the other side float up. Good. Now put your arms to the side and tilt to your right and take the right arm down and out and the left arm up, so you're like an aeroplane, and start flying. See if the leg can float up. What do you have to do with the eyes? What do you have to do with the center? And then when you want to come back up, bring everything to the center. Take a minute to breathe. So I'm taking you to danger zone, but you're safe because you're listening to your nervous system and you can always come back, okay? All right, let's try to the left. Lift up a little bit, tilt. Find the left leg anchoring. Find the sitting bone anchoring. Take the left arm out. Take the right arm up. Feel the center, see if you can float the leg up. Now let's try to bring the head back to vertical as we come back to center. Does it feel good, even though it's dangerous? Let's do it one more time. Let's take it to the side. First we're going to the side. We find the place that it says, okay, that's it. It's not safe anymore. Take your arms out and up. Take your leg to float. And now, make sure that your sitting bone is steady on the chair. Steady on the chair. Because if you feel safe, let go the other leg up. Just a little bit. Bring everything together. And so you balanced on one little sitting bone. And why is it important? Because if you walk and you stumble, and you can anchor yourself and catch yourself and come back. That's the whole reason we're doing it. Not the big part of it. Okay, remember, ready for the other side? Let's go to the left, your left. Find a good place for the left leg. Find the sitting bone on the left. Take the arm out and up. Let the leg float. Feel your center, find it. And only if you find it, let go of the other leg. Look at you. Look at you. And come back. Give yourself a hand. All right, let's go all the way back. This is not a small task. Okay, close your eyes for a minute. And listen to your breathing. Really listen to the breathing. How long is your inhale? How long is your exhale? Are you quiet inside? Or are you still excited from the work that we have done? How is it to be inside yourself? Usually we don't pay attention to how it feels inside. Your lungs, your larynx, your heart, your muscles, your skin. And then slowly open your eyes. And thank you so much. And I'll see you next time.